Welcome back to Main Street Living. Now, during crazy times like this, it's an especially important time to find a creative outlet. And for a lot of people, music is that outlet. So, our next guest is here to talk a little bit about some music. So, please welcome to the show, Ellen Cockerham Riccio, Principal Second Violinist of the Richmond Symphony. Ellen, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so Ellen, tell us, how long have you been playing the violin?
I've been playing violin since I was 5 years old. My mom took me to a concert and there was a violin soloist featured, and I just remember falling in love with the sound and begging her for a violin and some lessons. And so she got me a violin, took me to my first lesson. I was so happy. And then the next day I was playing soccer in the front yard with my brother, and my mom stuck her head out and was like, "Okay, time to come inside and practice." And I was like, "What?"
You're like, "Oh no."
Yeah, but I've been totally sold on the violin from a very young age. It's a beautiful instrument.
Wow. So at what age did you realize that you'd want to perform in a symphony someday?
Well, I joined a youth orchestra in my hometown, Portland, Oregon. And when I was 12, and I just loved getting lost in that big sound, and I loved that feeling, and more so than playing solo. But I didn't decide to go into music as a profession until really my first year of college. I decided to try going to a music conservatory and give it 100% for 1 year and see how I felt. And that's where I really fell in love with it and decided I wanted to make that my life.
Wow. And that's such a great message too, is that you can figure that out even when you're still in college, if you're going to do that or not. You don't need to start when you're 12 and be working towards that. What has been your favorite part about performing with the Richmond Symphony?
Oh my. Well, the Richmond Symphony is a unique orchestra. I think it's a relatively small orchestra in a smallish town, but the artistic level is very high. People really care about their jobs and playing well together. So I've just been really inspired by my colleagues, and we also, there's a lot of diversity to what we do. We play in a big ensemble. We also play chamber music. We play for the Virginia Opera, the Richmond Ballet.
Wow.
So we don't just play orchestra concerts every week. And so I enjoy kind of every week is something different.
Sure. And then in the midst of this pandemic, how has COVID-19 affected the symphony? Obviously, you guys are not able to play concerts right now.
Right. Yeah, we were supposed to, this would have been the end of our season about now, but we had to stop in mid-March and haven't been able to give any concerts since then. But they're talking about starting again in September, having concerts in some shape or form. And throughout the summer, they're actually offering an online streaming of recitals every week. So
but you found a loophole through this as well. So you started some other performances. So tell me, how did you get the idea for backyard concerts? Because you're also known as a violinist in your backyard.
Yes. So I had about 2 or 3 weeks of solid quarantine, doing nothing at home, trying to practice, wondering what it was all for, realizing that I wouldn't be able to perform for an audience until September unless I did something about it.
Sure.
And honestly, I kind of had this idea that maybe people were enjoying the break from their busy schedule and like going to concerts all the time, you know? But then one day, a friend texted me and was like, "You know what? I miss hearing you play the violin." And
good friend.
Yeah, it was really sweet. And it changed my perspective. And I realized that people actually really do need music during this time, even though they can't go to concerts. So I decided to offer this service of bringing violin concerts to people's backyards all over Richmond.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what has been the response for it?
People are in tears often. They've been very moved by the music. I think I've done at least 80 concerts already. So
oh
there's
my gosh,
a demand for it, more than I thought. And yeah, people have really loved it and expressed appreciation. And actually, a lot of people have never been to the symphony before that hire me. And so they say, I'm coming to the symphony when you guys are playing again.
Absolutely. But I have to ask you, for those of us who are not in Richmond, who are not in Virginia, would you mind showing us a little something, playing for us right now?
Sure.
All right, great.
Yeah, I'll play a song. This is not a classical piece. Mostly I play classical. This is a piece that I play with my family back home. This is called A Shoken Farewell.
All right, let's hear it. Amazing. Thank you so much, Ellen, for sharing that with us. I know we kind of put you on the spot there, so I really appreciate that. I'm sure all of our viewers appreciate it. Absolutely amazing, absolutely beautiful. So if you guys do want to check her out, she is the backyard violinist. Ellen, Shoken farewell, right? So sad to say we do have to say farewell to you now, but thank you so much for joining us on Main Street Living.
Thank you so much.
All right, guys, stick with us. Coming up, we're going to see how seniors are faring during COVID-19. Don't go anywhere.